Parents are often concerned with the development of their child and want to help them develop normally. In this video, we will look at a new mother and talk with a doctor who will dispel any rumors and discuss the effects of nature and nurture on development.
Good morning, Dr. Eisenberg. Oh, hi, Mrs. Smith. After looking at all the tests, little Timmy's height and weight are within normal ranges, and all reflexive behavior is as expected. Do you have any questions for me?
Maybe. I'm concerned because Timmy's not walking yet, but the other kids in his daycare are. When is he going to be able to walk, and is there anything I can do to help him?
Well, little Timmy will probably walk on his own between 8 to 12 months, pretty close to what he is right now. This range occurs because he will independently walk only once he's strong enough to walk, which is when he has the muscles in his legs to be able to walk. And this strength building occurs when Timmy can manipulate his environment. However, you can help him by actively moving his legs in a walking motion while he lays on his back to resemble the motion of walking and to build strength. Hold Timmy upright and allow him to place some weight on his legs and mimic walking, which will help him build even more strength in his legs.
Why then are some of the kids walking if they spend all the time together in the same place?
There's a very well-known concept in motor development called nature versus nurture. I'm sure you've heard of it. The nature aspect refers to our genes, and therefore the parts of our lives and development that cannot be altered. Nurture is the environmental influences, such as you actively moving his legs, as well as his time at daycare, that plays a role in his development.
But what does that mean for Timmy?
It means that we are all born with a certain potential. In our genetic coding lies all that we are capable of. However, it is our environment that will determine how far we can reach and how close we can come to that potential. In the case of twins separated at birth, we often find that different environments can produce very different results in motor development capability. And Timmy's no different. He'll develop at a rate determined by both his environmental experiences and genes. Do you remember when we talked about teratogens when you were pregnant?
Yes, but what does that have to do with nature and nurture?
Teratogens are environmental factors that can alter prenatal development. They include things like alcohol and cigarettes, which I hope you weren't doing either of those while you were pregnant. While we normally think of nurture as the people and the upbringing, teratogens would be classified as nurture because they are environmental and stuff you have control over.
I did consume some alcohol, but that was before I knew I was pregnant, like drinking it with dinner and football games, like everyone else does. I mean, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I stopped drinking. But what does that mean for Timmy?
Mothers who drink during their pregnancy put their unborn child at risk for a range of abnormalities and deficiencies. You really cut it close there. The risk of developing these abnormalities is correlated with the amount and frequency of the consumption of alcohol. Since you didn't drink throughout your pregnancy and only at the beginning, the risk is relatively small. Timmy did not show any signs of prenatal alcohol exposure, such as low birth weight or facial dysmorphology, a good thing, which leads me to believe that the alcohol consumed didn't greatly impact his development. Do you have any other concerns?
His daycare is pretty full. I mean, what if he's not getting the attention he needs? Will the lack of environmental stimulus cause him to be delayed or develop differently than any of the other
Developmental milestones, such as walking, are learned and demonstrated in all normal children, and the onset of this particular milestone will occur within the range I mentioned before, whether he gets tended to or not. While there may be a difference in form between a children with training and a children without, both would learn to walk around the same time. This means that whether Timmy is played with every day and gets all the attention he needs, or is ignored every day, which I really hope isn't happening, he will walk within the normal range unless some neurological problems exist that we have not discovered yet. Though this is doubtful, it is indeed possible, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. You really should consider switching daycares though. If you're paying money for people to watch your kids, they should be keeping the class sizes small and giving individual attention.